Welcome to the webinar. Today we're going to show the basics of working with DITA maps in Arbortext. I'm Liz Fraley, the CEO and founder of Single Sourcing Solutions. I'm a consultant, but here at Single Sourcing we take a slightly different approach than other consultants. We don't usually do your whole project for you. While we can do that, we prefer to take more of an apprentice to journeyman approach. Do you remember back in school when you were in the big lecture class and listened to the professor? Maybe you asked your questions there, but most likely you waited until you were in discussion section and asked the questions of your TA. That's what we are. We're your XML data, content strategy, and document analysis TA. I mean, you've read all the books, you've watched all the videos, like this webinar is going to be, but you still need someone to ask questions to. You can't ask questions of a book, and you can't ask questions of a video. It's been said that I give information away like candy, and I do. I've been doing this for more than 15 years. I've used nearly every tool out there, done XML, SGML, DITA, DocBook, even S1000D. And if you know anything about me, you know that I have a ton of community service projects all going at the same time. I founded TC Camp, the Unconference for Technical Communicators, which started as an experiment and had 160 people that first year. We're now in our fourth and have spun it out as its own nonprofit, and I still serve on the board. I serve on the board for the San Francisco Bay Area ACM, the professional organization for computer science people, because I have a BA in computer science also. I'm a program coordinator for the East Bay STC, the professional organization for technical communicators, because of my deep experience doing all things TechCom related, and I love to get others to tell their stories and share their experience. Well, I've been through it all, from the customer side long before I became a consultant. I learned from others, and now I share my experience. And that's what webinars like this one today are all about. It's all about you. You're here to learn about DITA maps and Arbortext, so enough about me. Let's get started. Today we're talking about DITA maps, how to create them, how to edit them, how to manipulate them using Arbortext. I'll show you how easy it is to publish into towards the end of the session. Right now, I'm going to switch over to Arbortext. Let me get that all set up and running. And here we go. I'm using Arbortext 7.0 first release. It's currently available. It came out just a few months ago. And we're going to get started with maps. This is the beginning. We're going to use some sample content that comes with Arbortext out of the box. Arbortext includes this content as a way for you to exercise the DITA doc types and the content model in a way that lets you try things out without having to work on your real documents. It's a great way to get started without having to start from pre-scratch. You get to start with the flour, not the wheat. So first we're going to create a map. And there's three ways to do this. I can click the new icon up here in the toolbar. I can choose File New, or I can use the keyboard shortcut Control-N. I'll click this button. All three cases bring up the new document dialog. And you'll see there are categories in the left-hand side, making it easy for you to choose the type of document and its content schema that you're interested in. We're interested in DITA technical content, and we're interested in maps. I'm going to show you the book map, and we're going to use a template. This is what the basic book map looks like out of the box when you're working with Arbortext. The sample content, I'll show you that a little bit later, but right now, let's start with the map. All right, here we go. And I have my typical deployment is I look at maps from a two-screen process. I can see the outline view up here at the top, the column view it's called because it's got all the columns for all of the attributes for anything that's in a map, making it really easy to edit, and this edit view down in the lower half of the screen. Now I don't have to see it this way. I can turn the top-bottom split off and make it no split, and I'll see the outline view. Usually, you turn the resource manager on when you're working with DITA content. I had it off earlier, so here it is off. The Arbortext will preserve whatever environment you prefer to work on. So right now, I have I have the top menu bars with the icons. These are brand new in 7.0. They've all been updated and simplified a bit here in the toolbars at the top. I get the column view over here in the main center of the screen, and this is all of the attributes that you might apply to any DITA map element. You can see them all in one place. You can see them all at one time, and just scrolling over a little bit at a time will get you all of the attributes. Is maybe one of your topics a different language? Do you want to change the collection type, drop things in or out of the TOC, make it available for print but not for web? You can change all of those attributes right here and change the audience, the platform, your key names. You can change it all right here in the outline in the column view. Now let's say we want to create a new topic and we want to put it in our book map. Now book map's a special kind of map. If you can insert things at the top level, see where our cursor is, and you can choose to insert it as a chapter or a part or a volume, right? We have any kind of choice. We can choose it as an appendix. We can choose it as the appendices part, just like a part or a chapter. But we want to create a new topic here, not insert an existing one. And it works very simply. I can put the cursor where I want it. I'm going to insert a new chapter because here I am in a book map. And I'm going to choose a DITA concept. Let's give it a title. Overview. And if you notice, when I'm typing in the title, it automatically types in a file name. If I had a key ref, I could choose it right here and insert it myself. And let's decide where we're going to put it. And we're going to set our default library location to be a folder on the desktop called My Manual. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click the Insert button. Automatically, we get that overview chapter inserted into the map. We get the title that we chose automatically inserted into the attributes for the nav title. We get the location set up correctly. We get the type automatically inserted. The scope and the format are the typical defaults for DITA concepts in your map. Great. Now let's say we want to insert another topic, but this time we're going to insert a task. Task the first. And it's still putting it in my folder. It's inserting it as a topic ref, not a map, because it's not a map. We're inserting a topic type. We're inserting our task. All we do is push insert, and there it is. It's inserted where our cursor was, which was inside the chapter. So now we have the first task inside the chapter. We have the concept topic as the chapter initial topic. Great. So we have all of this working out. It's a really easy way to insert our topics right into the map. Well, so now say we want to change the main book title, and that's the template code. This is where your main book title would be. But we want to change it. We want to set it to what our actual topic is. There's 3 ways to do it. We can do the top-bottom split so that we can see the main book title and change it. I can change it right there. Or say I didn't want to do it that way, and we change it to, we turn it back to no split. We come back to the outline view. We can change our view to the edit view. Now we don't see the outline anymore. We get this view, and we can turn the tags on or off if we want, depending on what we want to see. Really, we always use the topic ref because in the map, that's really what the code says. But say we want to see what those tags look like, what the actual code says. Well, here we go. What we see, we don't ever have to type in the tags because we already know what the schema allows. So Editor inserts those tags for you. All you have to do is put the cursor where you want things to be. So here's our topic inside our chapter topic, and here's our main book title. Let's turn it back to the column view. And we'll see that the book map is automatically updated. And let's split our window back again so that we can see everything. And we don't really care about seeing the tags at the moment. It would be handy if you just want to see where the tags start and stop, so you can see this is main book title, but this is book title. You can see the cursor is moving in the map to show you where you're at, and this shows you where you are too, the boundaries of the tags. or we can turn them completely off because it really doesn't matter. You're seeing this forced page break text right here. That's because that's the in-editor style sheet at work. That's just the one that comes out of the box. It does not have to be there. The forced page break is really just it's an example of the style sheet, just like you might get the sample content. All right, so now we've created new topics, and we see how easy that is to do. But say we have a topic we want to insert, because we already have a topic. Right, I've got this whole manual full of topics over here. We can now, instead of creating a new topic in our resource manager, we go to the topic tab. We look right where we want to find it. Here's our manual. Here's all the possible types we can have. We're going to insert only topics. We're not going to insert a map. And we're not looking for an image at this point, and we're not inserting a PDF image, which we could do because Arbortext will let you use a PDF to insert in your map, and it'll insert those pages right along in that location. So let's put here's a great one, configuring column view. Very handy tips. This is the sample content that comes with Arbortext out of the box. We can see that it's a task type, and we're just going to insert it right there in our chapter. That was pretty easy. We'll say now we didn't mean to put it here. We didn't want it to be a subtopic of the overview chapter. We wanted it to be the top of a new chapter. All we have to do is move it to where the cursor allows it to be placed. So you can see there's a blue plus sign next to the arrow icon for the mouse. You can see behind it there's a little blinking gray indicator showing you where you're moving it to in the tree structure. As long as it's the blue plus, that means we can do it, and it changes it automatically to chapter because we've already got the chapter structure in our book map. Let's say we didn't mean to put it there. Let's put it in the front matter instead. Works just fine. Now let's say we had a topic, the other way we can do it is we can cut and paste. We can either use the icons or use the standard Control X and Control V. And that moves our task down into the back matter. Multiple ways to do it. Any of them work just fine. Insert topics by looking through this way or through the other way. If you had Arbortext Content Management, here it would show up in your drop-down menu as your content management database, and you could navigate or search for the topics that you wanted to insert into your map. But we're saving Arbortext Content Manager for another day. This is showing you just strictly file system management of all your topics. Okay, so that's how you insert topics into a map, and let's save this off just on the top of our content. Because I'm a crazy saver, I save things all the time. We showed you how to use the tagged view, full tags, how just to see the tag boundaries, this is what we call partial tags, or turn tags off completely. You can cut and paste, you can drag and drop, you can move topics around in your map, you can insert topics that exist, or you can create brand new topics straight off the fly, and it will create the topic for you. So remember, this overview chapter was one that we created brand new through the new topic dialog. And while it inserted it into the map, we want to make sure that it created the file as well. We can open that topic in two ways. We can just double click right here on overview, and there's our topic. Right? Again, we have the tree view here on the left. This is what we call the document view. Document map view. Over here we have the edit view in the right-hand pane. Again, we're not seeing any tags. We're not seeing any boundaries. We can just start typing. And we can start the next paragraph. Here's the next one. Ooh. Just start typing. Let's fix that. Say we meant to have this be a bullet. We can just turn that right into a bulleted list. We can turn it into a numbered list. We can turn it back into a paragraph. We can add more paragraphs. We can turn off the list, and then it goes away. Any one of these things. This is the second para in a list item. Now let's say I wanted to do another list item. There it is, list item. All I'm doing is hitting the Enter key, and up pops the pop-up menu of tags that are available at this point in time. It will offer, these are below the line. These are elements that are inline text. These are inline elements that you would insert along inside the paragraph. Say you wanted to add a UI control now. Here's the UI control. I didn't put a space before I inserted that. Right, so that gives you the option of having where it is. So you notice this list changes based on where your cursor is. And if you see over here, our cursor, the little gray arrow, is inside the UI control tag. So these are elements that are allowed inside the UI control tag. Or it gives you the option above the line to create the next list item, to create another ordered list, to insert another paragraph in our list item, or to add a whole nother list item. Right. It lets you figure out, it's a quick way to give you the options to do whatever it is you're trying to do next. So, but here we go. We have all the same information we want to have. What goes in this template version of a new topic type, a new concept, a new task, a new reference is completely configurable, and we'll save that for another time. But here we go, an easy way to see our topic and open it and change it. If we wanted to, we could always open it this way. I forget what we called it, overview is I believe what we called it. And there's our topic this way. Okay, so easy to open up a topic that you're working on and work on that topic and then close the topic. Easy to insert topics into your map, easy to move them around, and it will automatically change its topic ref tag type based on where you place, where you're moving your topic and following the rules of the doc type. Right, again, if I move this topic up so that it is a sibling of chapter, it's at the same level, it becomes a chapter. If we move it into a chapter, it's no longer a chapter, it's back to being a topic ref. Automatically doing the work for you, right? Because Editor is very well aware of the doc type, and you don't have to do all of that for yourself. Okay, so there's one more thing to show you, and that's the resolve document type. And this has been around since, I want to say 5.4, and that's a very long time ago. And it's this way. In the Edit menu, you come down here to the bottom, Edit Resolve Document for editing. There's a styling option too, but we'll save that for later because we're not styling the document today, we're editing in it. So we open it up for editing, and what it's going to do is it's going to compile a composite schema. It's going to resolve all of the data information, and it's going to give us the entire document all as one. Now we don't really want to see this outline top part, we just really want to see all of our information in context. So we're going to turn off the split, and here's what we have. Unfortunately, I did that from the task, the first topic, so all I'm getting in the resolved document is the task, the first document. If I want to see the whole book in context, I make sure we're up here at the book map so that we're resolving the whole thing. That means I could resolve just the chapter, but I want to resolve the whole book map. And so we'll do File, Edit Resolve Document for editing. Again, it's building the entire document. We're going to turn that top split off. And here is our entire document. There's the column view topic. Here's our overview and our task the first. If you'll notice, two things are happening here. We get a dotted line that indicates where the file that is represented by that topic starts and ends. This is the boundary of the concept topic. We can see the dotted line around it. Same for the task. We get the dotted line around the task where its boundaries are. And you'll see this one, big dotted line all the way around because this is the other topic that we inserted from the sample content. Say we want to change it. This is all editable because this is the resolved document for editing. So we're going to change this topic title into by Liz. You'll notice the first thing that happens is our dotted line became solid, and we got this key. This key means we're editing the topic. It's checked out in a way to us. It's locked in the file system for us to edit. No one else can edit it until we release it. Now we'll push save, back to a dotted line, back to a box, and our task is updated. How do we know that for sure? Well, let's close our resolve document type, come back to our map, and open our topic. And here it is, back to being the same changes we had before. And I'm going to change that because I want to. Great. So these are the basics for working with maps in Arbortext. You can add the structure by hand. You can, if you wanted to, you could insert topic groups, topic heads. Just by clicking the Enter key, we can insert what we want to have. The one that's really handy here is that is key reference points, the key definitions. And we'll probably do a whole another session about how to work with keys or insert keys into your map and how to use them. But as it is for here, right now you have it. And there's also, you'll see that there's a key definition tab up here. So say we want to insert a new topic element, a new key map, choose what we're going to do. We're going to insert a new topic, and you can just construct your key right here on the left-hand side. But we'll get into that in another session. I just want to point it out here because it's a super easy way to get your keys created and inserted right in your map. All right. So just to recap, you don't have to look at the tags. You can turn them on, off, or somewhere in the middle. I like them on because I like to see what I'm doing. Not everyone likes to. Up here, you can insert, let's insert a rel table. Well, here's a typical setup where you column ones are concepts, tasks, and reference. We're going to have the troubleshooting one. We automatically insert our rel table, and here's what we get. So one of the nice things about Editor is if I want to put this task in my rel table, and I want to put it in my rel table, I don't have to put it. Usually you would, by hand, put it here in the tasks column. But say I'm just down here and I click accidentally in there and I push paste. Notice what happens. Because it knows that it's a task, it puts it in the task column for me. It doesn't put it accidentally in the wrong column. And that's very handy for sure. And again, I could copy and paste, and there it goes right into there. Let's take this one, drag and drop right into our table. I'll just drag it into the table, and it automatically puts it in the right column, closest to where my mouse was. And that's pretty much how it works. Very easy to use. Maps are simple and complicated, but they're also very powerful. And you've got a lot of power behind you right here in Editor. You see the column view, you can see the edit view, you can turn the tags on and off, you can split your screen or not, you can use this resource manager in your left-hand side to create new topics, to insert existing topics, and if you have content management, you can, the adapter, once you turn it on, will connect directly to your content management system for insertion of topics or anything else. All right, I think we'll save the next part, how to create concepts, how to create tasks, and how to insert content into good DITA topics. We'll save that for our next session. In the meantime, thanks for attending, and if you have any questions, let's see what that looks like. I cannot get that thing to work the right way. All right. And so by now you see how easy it is to use maps, edit, create, manipulate DITA maps in Arbortext. And if you have any questions, be sure to contact me. Like I said, I give information like candy. We do these webinars all of the time. We're going to start doing one a week, little basic tutorials on how to use different features in Arbortext. And I hope you join us. We're going to go to questions, but I'm going to end the recording here. Thanks, everyone.